Don't lie to me, Walt, you sussy baka.
Oh, brother, Men, Women, and Children is really bad. Easily the worst of the Adam Sandler dramas. Even though apparently this is a comedy drama? Are there even any jokes in this? I guess the tacky and shoehorned in narrator said a few things that were meant to be funny, but I don't remember anything humorous coming from the characters. It's just 2 hours of cliche melodrama. Made even better by the fact that there are like 20 different characters in this, who all get their own mostly disconnected subplots. There are a ton of great actors in this, Sandler included, who are just giving such dull and forgettable performances. Every adult was pretty unlikable. Sandler and his wife are both having affairs because, I don't know, they're just bored. Or maybe it's because they were having sex on 9/11 and that made their sex life weird. That's not a joke, by the way. That's an actual thing that happens in this movie. Jennifer Gardner plays a helicopter parent who's just kind of downright evil. She might actually be the most hateable character in any Adam Sandler movie. And do you know how many Rob Schneider characters she's beating out for that title? Anyway, yeah, she monitors her daughter's online activity to an insane degree. And then when she finds out she's talking to a boy on her secret Tumblr account, she pretends to be her daughter and baits the boy into attempting suicide. Really awesome stuff. Coming in a close second for most unlikable character is the mother with Hollywood aspirations for her teenage daughter, who allowed some random stranger to pay for a provocative photo shoot of her that they proudly posted on the daughter's personal website, and is now causing emails from even more creeps to come in. But don't worry, after the daughter gets rejected from a Hollywood TV show because of those risque photos, the mother realizes it's bad to sexualize her daughter like that.
You should have known that.
Anyway, what's Hank Breaking Bad up to in this movie? He starts out as the only kinda normal and sympathetic grown-up character, but then he decides it's high time his son plays football, even though he doesn't want to anymore. The only way to make that happen is by deleting the account for this video game he plays all day. So in order to get the MMORPG account deleted, he calls the credit card company and has them do it. Excuse me? I thought he was just saying shit. But no, that's actually how he gets the account deleted. Holy shit, Jason Reitman does not know how video games work at all. This is way more embarrassing than how the Anora guy was holding a controller. I guess the kids are alright in this. This was a pretty early piece of the filmography for quite a few prominent young actors, like Timothy Chalamet, Caitlin Dever, and... well, they can't all be winners. Caitlin Dever is the daughter of the helicopter parent freak, and Ansel Elgort is the gamer son of Asac Schrader. They have a fine romance, I guess. It's nothing I was actively rooting for or against. Well, maybe a little against because it's Ansel Elgort, but the characters were fine. How about that Timothy Chalamet, though? This is actually his first film role ever. I wonder what he'll do. He has 2 lines in the entire film, and one of them is transphobic. Okay. Why even put him in the opening credits if he's a glorified extra in this? Anyway, I know it seems like there are a lot of characters in this film, but don't worry, there's even more that I haven't mentioned! Wait, why am I talking about this movie again? Oh yeah, Adam Sandler, that's right. Well, I have to say, despite him watching porn being the first scene of the movie, he really isn't in it that much. It's an ensemble piece where it's borderline impossible to pick out a main character. Honestly, this could have been a footnote in the video because it barely even counts as an Adam Sandler movie. I guess I just really wanted to talk about it so much because it's bad for completely different reasons than most of the other shit on this list that just blends together. So I'm gonna keep complaining about it. What exactly is the point of having 20 different subplots in this movie? None of them are fleshed out in the slightest, and most of them don't even have resolutions. They just stop when the movie stops. Adam Sandler catches his wife having an affair, and the next day he says, "We could talk about this, or we could just act like it didn't happen and move on." And that's the end of their story. Wow, it led to nothing. Did Dean Sex Gifts Norris let his son play video games instead of football after his attempted suicide? Is the helicopter mom gonna stop being such a fucking freak after she almost killed a kid? I don't know. The movie's over. How is life gonna go for the anorexic teenager who had an ectopic pregnancy that ended in a miscarriage due to malnutrition? I didn't even mention her until now, in case you were thinking, "Aw, this movie doesn't have too much going on, what are you talking about?" Her dad is J.K. Simmons, and he has like 2 scenes in this. I guess that's more than Timothée Chalamet, but like, come on. The central theme that I think is trying to tie all these plot lines together is internet bad. Like, oh, the internet is how Sandler and his wife had affairs. The internet is where video game is, and video game bad. The internet is where risque photos you post of your daughter that lead to her not landing a TV show gig go. The internet is for porn. Oh my god, this movie is so porn-brained. So many of the characters just talk about sex all the time, and even the adults do it in such juvenile ways. The script is so simplistic, and it thinks it's so much smarter than it is. Also, how do you make a movie with like 20 main characters and all of them are white? It takes like an hour before a black person says anything in this movie, and it's just the guy Sandler's wife has an affair with. I don't normally complain about this sort of thing, but for a movie called Men, Women, and Children, it's kind of ridiculous, no? I mean, there are so many damn characters in this, but the movie's scope feels so myopic and limited. It's pretentious and annoying, and it thinks it's saying something so profound by pointing out that, hey, the internet ain't that great sometimes. Okay, Grandpa, let's get you to bed. Jason Reitman is a very acclaimed director who already put out beloved films like Juno and Up in the Air by this point. So how did this turn out so bad? Why couldn't you just made a movie about one thing instead of 10 different things? I'll never understand it. Not all of us have a Magnolia in us, Jason. Well, this movie may be boring, aimless, and annoying, but it certainly isn't the worst thing Sandler's been in. Not by a long shot. It gets way more insufferable from here, folks. Anyway, sorry again for bitching so long about a movie that statistically you have probably not seen and do not care about. It's just, if I don't give Men, Women, and Children a verbal thrashing, literally who else on the planet will?